Hey guys, so I'm starting off with Kaleidocolors brownish golden bleach, and this is basically going to give my hair a warm tone. So I'm taking a 30 developer, 40 developer, putting them in two separate mixing bowls, and then adding the Kaleidocolors bleach to each mixing bowl. I use 30 and 40 developer in separate bowls to create dimension when it comes to bleaching the hair. So I'm putting the hair in order. I got 4 bundles of hair in one closure from Unice.com. This is their Malaysian body wave hair. So now I'm just applying the mixture with the 40 developer, and I'm just going to alternate between both mixing bowls, and then I'm going to wrap the hair in foil after I make sure that it is completely saturated. Now, because I was by myself, it was kind of a one-woman show, so I didn't have anyone to make sure my camera didn't overheat and to film the whole dyeing process, but I left the mixture on each bundle collectively for about 25 minutes. So then I'm using this purple shampoo. I used it so that my hair would be more brown than brassy. The warm Kaleidocolors bleach does at some points give you more of a golden brassy hair color, and that's not necessarily what I was going for. I just wanted to lift the hair so that it was brown. So I kind of did the lazy girl way and washed all of the hair bundles in closure at once, but I shampooed and conditioned all of the bundles, and there they are next to the wig form that I'm using. So I will put the wig head, the wig form, the spandex cap, the needle, the thread, where I got every single thing used in this tutorial. It will be in the description box down below. Some of the items I picked up from ebay.com, so you can order them by clicking the links in the description box. So now I placed the closure on the far, what side is this to you guys? The far right side, I believe. And the reason that I did this is because I wanted a deep side part. Could I have placed the closure in the middle? Yes, of course. Did I want to? No, because I wanted, like I said, a deep side part, and placing the closure in the middle would not give me that effect. I've done this for a wig in the past and it worked for me, so I just did it again. So I tied the hair up so it would get out of the way. If you don't have a protective lining on your closure like I usually do, you can still just sew it down as normal, just stay around the edges of the closure. But all I'm doing is taking my needle and going underneath the cap, through the protective lining of the closure, and just pulling the string through. So I showed you guys how to thread the needle, and all you do is thread the needle and pull it through and create somewhat of a pattern. I didn't like tie the string around a loop or anything, you know, crazy like that. This time, to secure the closure, it's pretty secure just doing it using this method. So I'm going to do this around the entire closure, and I did pin it before. Just be careful when you use pins. Sometimes the string can snag, but I pinned the cap down so that it was flat and didn't move around. The wig form, it was easy to work with, and I also pinned the closure down just to make sure that it laid extremely flat against the wig cap. And so here is the finished look with the closure. And now I'm moving on to sewing on the bundled hair. So I'm going to start off with my 24-inch bundle, and I do go through the weft to secure the hair initially. And now I'm going to pin it on the side that I went through the weft, and then I'm going to move over to the other side and I'm going to secure the weft on the other side of the cap. Now there is no rhyme or reason, there's no pattern that you have to follow. There are no guidelines on this spandex dome cap, so you're free to do whatever you would like. The reason why I pin it is just to give me my own personal guideline of where to lay the track hair and where to fold and all of that. So you can bring it up as far as you want. It's really up to you, but I just pin it so that I know where to go, where to stop, where to fold, and then where to pin next. So my mission was to try to fit all 4 bundles and the closure on the wig form. I wasn't able to do so. I made it to 3.5. So I had a 24-inch bundle, a 22-inch bundle, a 20-inch bundle, and an 18-inch bundle with a 16-inch closure. So here's a closer look at my sewing pattern. Now that this is maybe my like 3rd or 4th wig that I've constructed, I've gotten into the swing of making wigs, and as you can tell, I'm sewing a little bit closer, and my wig like installation is so much flatter now. So I do use the same method of pinning the track where I plan on stopping, folding, and then continuing, and then I just work from there. So I am sewing through the weft to make sure that the track is laying flat, make sure that the weft is not bulky, and then I just continue the pattern of going under the weft, under the weft, under the weft. And so as you can tell, it is flat. I am very impressed with my wig installation so far, and I have gotten better at flipping the hair and not cutting the wefts prematurely. Sometimes you do have to cut the wefts once you get to the very, 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 very end, and just trying to fill in the space between the closure and the spandex dome cap. But I've gotten so much better at not cutting the wefts too far down. So I just had to adjust the camera just so you guys could really see. But I'm still taking, like I said, the needle and thread under the weft, under the weft. I'm still not looping the string around the needle, just taking it under the weft, under the weft, under the weft. So I did fill in the space between the closure and those wefts. So that space you see where the spandex dome cap is still visible, I just added little pieces of wefts there. I'm just brushing through the hair just to make sure that it's laying flat. The best time to go in and correct mistakes is right before you're done, if you made any. So brushing your hair throughout the installation is going to let you know how you're doing. So this is what the wig looks like once it is all done. I don't know how the closure got that really pretty curl to it. I think the way that I secured it kind of made it like a Bantu knot, but I wish I could recreate those kinds of curls. But anyways, I'm just brushing the hair out. I did wash the wig after I constructed it, and before I constructed it, I washed the bundles and the closure. So here I'm showing you how I'm cutting the wig cap, the spandex dome cap, and exposing the closure. It's pretty simple to explain. So yeah, there it is. And now I'm measuring the elastic band. I don't have any clips or combs in this unit. It's just held on by an elastic band. The spandex dome cap fits snug enough for me to get away with this. So here I'm just showing you how I sewed down the elastic band, and in the next clip you're going to see the wig styled in curls. In my next upload I will show you how I style my hair, and that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit more in-depth wig tutorial. Like I said, in the next video I will be showing you how I install, like apply my wig and curl it and style it. But this is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, stay beautiful. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.